For today's topic, we're going to be talking about using grouping symbols in what's known as order of operations. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to evaluate a numerical expression with multiple operations with either a parentheses or no grouping symbols. When you can evaluate this expression correctly with and without the parentheses and come to the right conclusion, you'll know that you've got it. Some tips and tricks for this skill. Make sure that you are practicing those multiplication facts. Multiplication facts, having those in your brain is going to make this skill a lot easier for you. And then also knowing what exponents are and how we use exponents is going to be very important to be able to successfully do these operations. Vocabulary for this skill. Order of operations. The order in which mathematical operations are done. So we need to know if we do addition first, subtraction first, multiplication, or division. Simplify. To perform all operations. So we're simplifying. We are doing those operations to come to our answer. And then finally, exponent. A number that shows how many times you multiply the base number. Our skill today is going to come from PEMDAS. So you can, when you're given a numerical expression, we're going to work from left to right. That is generally the way we work, unless we have an operation in our numerical expression that trumps the operation that comes first. When I want to remember PEMDAS, I can always use the term, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." That lets me know I do parentheses first, then exponents, then multiply or divide, and then add or subtract. An example of using PEMDAS for order of operations to solve a numerical expression. If we look here first, we can see that we have an operation within our parentheses. According to our PEMDAS, we're going to do whatever is inside of the parentheses first, simplify that before moving on to our next operation. So first I'm going to do 4 minus 2 and solve that. I know that 4 minus 2 is 2. And then I'm going to write the rest of the equation around it. Next, I'm going to look for exponents. Do I have any exponents in this equation? I do not. So then I'm going to move on to my next operation, multiply or divide. I can see right here that I have a multiplication sign, so I'm going to go ahead and perform that operation. 3 times 2. From my math facts, I know that 3 times 2 is 6. I write the rest of the equation and move on to my next step. According to PEMDAS, I either add or subtract. Now all I have is an addition sign left, so I know I'm going to do 6 plus 6. Simplify that to find the answer. The answer to this numerical expression is 12. I have to follow my steps in PEMDAS if I want to reach the right conclusion. My suggestion is to print off our anchor chart so you have it handy in a math notebook or around your desk. That way you can refer back to it anytime you're doing any sort of problem that looks like this. Go ahead and continue on in our lesson to do some extra practice on this skill. and good luck.